Today I'll be teaching you how to play the Skyhooks classic Just Like Me Cause I'm Good in Bed. This song comes off their Living in the 70s album. For the verse riff that guitarist Bongo Starkey is playing, he's using an A chord, the A open chord, and adding to that the melody that the singer Shirley is singing. While he's strumming the chord as well. The way that I'm doing that then, I'll describe what the notes are that you add in the melody. As a part of my A chord, I'm now putting my pinky at 5th fret of string 2, the B string, and that enables me, by using pinky, to stretch out far enough and I need to include that in my strum then of the A chord. So I'm starting with one down strum and then down, up, down, up. So 5 times you'll hear that 5th fret note becoming a part of the A chord to support the melody that's being sung at the time. The next melody notes, still on 2nd string, fret numbers 3, 2, 3, 2. And then finishing the melody by emphasizing the A note that's on 3rd string, that 2nd fret of 3rd string. A little lick to finish it out. These notes are 2nd fret and 4th fret, found on your 4th string, and then finishing back at the A on 3rd string. That's 2nd fret of 3rd string. Occasionally I hear him also slipping in that as an ending, where you can add 4th fret of the 3rd string. It's just an improvised part that's in there. Pretty sure I can hear it in the studio performance. It belongs for the fact that it's still in the scale that they're playing from. So up to you if and when you want to include that. So the song really starts with a chorus and then goes into this little verse intro section. The lead guitar part that Red is playing is probably the main feature of this section, and it sounds like this. So what I'm playing there, it's emphasizing the notes of the chord that are being played in the background at the time, which is a D7 chord. If you don't know your chord shapes, look up my music school website, www.essm.net.au, the Eastern Suburbs School of Music. I'm the guitar teacher and owner of that particular school, and we explain your bar chords, your open chords, or your power chords that you will come across in this lesson. So it's a D7, right up at 10th fret. And he's shaping the melody line that he's playing by using notes out of that chord. I'm hitting 13th fret on the 2nd string. That's just one past your double dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Then going back to 10th fret of 2nd string. Next note, 12th fret 3rd string, so at my double dots on string 1, 2, 3. And then finishing with 3 10th fret notes back on second string. I slide into that first note as well. The rhythm guitar part that's backing that up is just a D power chord or bar chord, playing 8 to each bar. Now the rhythm to describe that, the rhythm label, is playing quavers, which is very common in rock music, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will lead you into the verse. For the verse, we have some chords being very frantically strummed, once again in that 8 to a bar rhythm, the quavers rhythm. I'm starting with a G7 shape, but not in your typical G7 or G7 here. I'm playing at the 5th fret area of the fretboard. Some of you might be familiar with the D7 chord. All I've done with this chord shape is slide it up the fretboard until I hit a G. So in the open position it's D, move it 1, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, where this back finger is placed at 6th fret and the 2 surrounding fingers at 7th fret. I'm just flattening my first finger across the strings in order to grab this G note, which sits at 5th fret of the 4th string. And I'm just striking string numbers 3, 4, 3 and 2 in this chord shape. Fret numbers therefore 5 on the D string, the 4th string. A power chord shape, which makes it 7 on the G string, the 3rd string. So 5 on 4, 7 on 3, and finally 6th fret of the B string, the 2nd string on the guitar. And strumming it in a very punk style fashion, really crunching 8ths to a bar. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then following the chords, a C bar chord, a G bar chord, where I'm not hitting all the notes of the chord. I'm trying to stay off the bass notes because Greg in the bass is hitting a B, which will fit nicely over this G chord. And then a D open chord. G7 for 4 bars. C2, 3, 4, G2, 3, 4, D2, 3, 4. And that is your rhythm part for the verse. Red's lead guitar part. He's doubling or creating a melody, not quite doubling the singing. What he's playing there then, a Chuck Berry style bend, where I've got 1st finger set up, 5th fret on B string, so 5 on 2. 3rd finger going to 7th fret on the next string up, so 7th fret of G string. I sit my second finger behind that third finger to help me control the bend. And I return the bend. Bend, return to 7, bend, and then hitting 8th fret of second string. And the same bend again. And then this descending run, hitting fret numbers 5, 4, 2 on the third string, and then 5, 4, 2 on the fourth string. 5, 4, 2, 5, 4, 2. Then going on to fifth string, 5, 3, open. Something like this might be better to grab the tab, have a look on Facebook and join up the Skyhooks fan page where I post all these videos and tabs too. And then finishing at the open fifth string, the A, where you could hit a power chord as well. It'll just thicken it up in a live situation rather than just hitting the single note. So that lead guitar part all together. And after that, he'll then improvise a little solo using your A major pentatonic, or for those of you who don't know your major pentatonic shape, many guitarists learn their minor pentatonic shape. If that's the case, start it on second fret of your top string, and you can find all those safe notes to hit that he does after that. And he improvises some little parts following that. To end the verse, all members of the band do this little riff. Starts with a riff around a D chord. I'm hitting 3rd fret and 4th fret of 4th string. So those notes would be F, then F sharp, going down to the A, 2nd fret of string 3, the G string. Hopping up to 5th string now, and once again going 3, 4, but this time hitting an open 4th string. So fret numbers 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 0. G on the top string, that's at 3rd fret, and then down to your open 5th string, which is the first bar of the, or first note of the chorus. That way starts the first bar of the chorus. The rhythm guitar part is just copying what we did at the start of the song, which the song starts with a chorus. The lead that we can play on both occasions, so for all choruses, Red's got this lead part. Once again, emphasizing the melody, where Bongo's playing the melody in the lower. Red's lead guitar part. That same bend I just taught you for the verse. So 5th fret, 7th fret, finger in support of the bend. Push the bend up. A way to practice your string bends. In this case, we need to bend what we call a whole tone. A tone on the guitar is a sound that is 2 frets apart. what you can practice then is go up to the 9th fret, get the sound of the note in your head, and bend and search for that note. Your hands will eventually, with your string bends, get used to how much pressure to apply, and your ear will tell you as well, stop there. After the bend, I'm hitting these notes. 5th fret of 2nd string. On 3rd string, 7 and 6. Twice. So bend, 5 on 2. On 3rd string, 7, 6, 7, 6. And then finally finishing at 7th fret of the 4th string. Those of you who understand your chords, that's shaping around your A major bar chord shape. That's a major bar chord for 6th string, which you would form at 5th fret. And then some extra notes. String 5, 7, 9, and then back to your 7, 1 string down, 4th string. During the solo section of this song, Red and Bongo are doing dueling solos. If you didn't know how to improvise and invent a solo yourself, a little riff you could do is follow what the bass is doing. Bass is doing a riff that sounds like this. And it will sound really cool on a guitar. If you take it up to 7th fret of your 3rd string, is my starting point. 7th fret and 5th fret, string 3. Ending up on 4th string, fret 7. Back to 5 on 3. 5th fret on G string, 3rd string. And then coming to rest, back at that 7th fret, but up on 4th string. So fret numbers I'll call out. 7, 5, 7 upper string, 5, 7 upper string. You can even flatten your fingers out and catch the 7th fret and the 5th fret notes on 2nd string as well, and that'll sound pretty cool too. And it'll go back into that introduction that you see to the verse. That just about wraps up all the rhythm guitar parts of Just Like Me 'Cause I'm Good in Bed. The song ends with 2 accented chords, being a G bar chord moving into an A bar chord. And these are bar chord shapes that are attached to the 6th string. Major 6th string shapes for bar chords. G is at 3rd fret, moving up to A at 5th fret. If you don't know your bar chords, please visit my music school website, the Eastern Suburbs School of Music, found on the web at www.essm.net.au. Have a look at our website, also look at our YouTube channel. You'll see lots of other Skyhooks guitar tutorials on that channel. Subscribe to us and good luck playing.